Yeah, brain fart on my end. I get those occasionally. Let's see if we have audio. Yes, we do. Yes, excellent. All right.
Excellent.
Dementia Radio now and recording in 3, 2, 1. And they're here. The wildcard is saying no sound on the intro. And let's turn that off. Turn that back on. And
freestyle an intro.
Let's turn that off. Turn that back on. And is it playing now? Can you guys hear it on the chat?
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org. It's the Funny Music Podcast. Brought to you by FuMP.com.
Now you hear it. Okay. I'm not playing it again. I don't know if it recorded it or not, but you guys couldn't hear it on the chat, huh? Interesting. OBS is going to black hole, and the output of that is black hole. Well, that explains why you can't hear the cheer when the name of the show happens. All right, I will need to look into that. Anyway, Luke was here. We just lost him. Welcome to where's the episode 684 of the Funny Music Podcast, and I forgot to update the I'm sorry, this is 685. I forgot to update. See all that prep I do that we were talking about before the show? It helps if I remember to do all of it. So the title of this week's episode is Pleasure Stew. And let's put that in the chat so you can refer to it later and try to work it into the chat. Buffering. All right, that's on your end. All right. It's back to there. Hi. It's been a week. All right. We have... Well, okay. How do you want to... Is it Dead by 28 or Puddle of Blood do you want to go by this evening? And I'm not hearing you now. And we lost them. Oh, it's going to be a night, folks. Luke is back. Twitch server seems to be sluggish. Oh, maybe it's not on my end. Maybe it's not on my end. I mean, my bandwidth is okay at the moment. Maybe Twitch is having... No, that would be Zoom having problems. Luke, did you intentionally leave, or did you get dropped?
I'm not sure which happened. Also, I'm not seeing you right now. I'm trying to figure out where...
Yeah, we're not seeing you either. All I see is the little cartoon you icon thingy.
All right. Well, let me give it... There we go.
Hey, Luke is back. All right. So, we lost Dead by 28 or Puddle of Blood, whatever they're going by this week. So, we will talk to them again when we get back. Then they're back. Okay. We lost both of you, and I don't think it was on my end. So, that was weird because my bandwidth is stable at the moment. But they are coming back. Anyway, this is episode 685. The title of this week's episode is Pleasure Stew.
Ooh, stew.
Ooh, stew, yes.
Stewart.
So are you guys going by Dead by 28, or is this a Puddle of Blood appearance?
I hate Dead by 28. We're not Dead by 28. I'm not in that band. We're Puddle of Blood.
All right.
And we're dealing with some damn internet connection issues. So now instead of using our laptop, we're going off of a phone.
Know what I'm saying?
So it's not just you, because we dropped Luke too. So something's going on in the interwebs tonight.
We have a curse.
Anyway,
All us.
yeah, let's do the catch-up thing.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke failed and didn't show up.
Hey, what? Oh, he's right.
So, Luke, what you been up to?
Now, the ski pergola of fun here in her backyard.
Luke, we're getting like every third syllable.
Oh, maybe it was just me.
Nope. Luke, you're really breaking up. We're getting like every third syllable. Yeah, just like that.
Language is cool. I speak it.
I think we may have lost him entirely.
Oh my goodness, Luke. Luke!
So, Puddle of Blood, what have you guys been up to? And we lost Luke. Okay.
I've been learning to cook myself. I've been watching a lot of TikTok videos. I learned to make Twinkie wiener sandwiches.
Nice.
And
those are good.
Yeah, those are really good. But I also learned to make ding dong bologna casserole. Have you ever had that?
No, I haven't. But that sounds good.
It's even better. And I also learned to make beer macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
Which is basically just macaroni and cheese, but with beer.
So is the beer cooked in the macaroni and cheese, or you just have a beer with the macaroni and cheese?
Both.
Okay, sure.
You drink beer, and you have one that you pour in the macaroni and cheese that you stir with the cheese. Beer cheese.
What does beer do to cheese?
I don't know.
Makes it gross.
Yeah, but when you're already had like many beers, it doesn't matter.
Right. More beers is good.
Plus, I put ketchup on my macaroni and cheese.
Okay, I know people who do that.
And I add peas.
Yeah, I don't like peas. You can have the peas.
Well, thank you. I will have peas. Jolly Green Giant brand. Thank you very much.
So I've been having a week. Actually, I've been having a 2 weeks. The credit card attack is still happening on my website. I managed to refund $678 worth of charges the other night, one at a time. That was fun. And I disabled the form entirely on the website. So if you want to buy something from the FuMP store, just contact me directly. You can email me, support@fightem.com, and we'll figure out how you can pay for it. But the form is completely offline at this point. Now, here's the thing. I'm still getting charges coming through the processor. I don't know how that's happening. So I got to work with my host and with my credit card processor and see what's going on. And you're holding up my CDs, and let's do this because here we go.
Oh yeah! Look at this shit.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know how they're doing this. And I need to figure it out because I need to stop it. And more fun news, I did some filming on Monday, I believe it was, for my acting class, not for my class, but for my acting teacher, for one of his other classes, did a werewolf movie called Aware of the Wolf. The premise is basically a bunch of people go to therapy, and the therapist says you need to bring out your inner wolf, and one of them actually turns into a werewolf, and hilarity ensues. So,
ask for it.
Yeah, right. So he wrote me into this film as like this douchebag investor bro dude who, is on the phone bragging about all the money he's stolen, and then I get killed by the werewolf. So I got to be in a body bag. That was fun.
You got to be the person who died?
Yep. One of the people who died. It wasn't bloody, unfortunately, but what are you going to do?
That's still something.
You get to keep the body bag.
No, I didn't get to keep the body bag either. But
Keep the body bag. Body bag.
so I think that movie's planning to be released in October. So I will keep you all posted. And
I'd love to hear about it.
I want to see it. I want to watch it.
well, if it's available online anywhere, I will let you know. Most of his movies end up on Amazon, but you have to rent them. They're not free with Prime.
I like supporting independent artists.
Well, I will let you know. I did audition for a Trauma movie the other day too.
Really?
Yeah. It's a new Trauma movie filming about 2 hours from here. And so I sent in a submission for it. What?
You're gonna be in a new Kabuki band?
No, well, I would love to. But no, it's called Caterkiller, about a mutant caterpillar.
And caterpillar.
Yeah, so I submitted to it. I haven't heard back anything. I'm not expecting to get the part, but I was like, I have to try. It's Trauma. I would love to be a part of this. So
Hope it's not like the Human Centipede.
Oh,
hey, Human Centipede's pretty good, actually. All right. So Luke is back, or he was. He might be frozen again. Oh, no, he moved.
I'm here.
Okay.
Are you hearing me okay now?
Yes. Luke.
Okay, good.
I started watching Transformers: Rise of the Beast the other day because it's on Paramount Plus and doesn't cost me anything. I still have 45 minutes to go. It's not good, but it's not terrible.
It's not good, but it's not.
But the fact that I have 45 minutes to go still and I haven't finished it should tell you something. But yeah,
well,
it's a movie. It is long. Yeah, it's definitely a movie. And there are Transformers in it.
It's probably the second best of the, Michael Bay produced live action, etc.
Was he involved in this?
That's not saying a lot, though.
But Bumblebee is genuinely a really good movie.
Yes,
that,
Bumblebee, that was the one
see.
that I didn't mind too much.
Yeah. Bumblebee, I really liked.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of those Transformer movies. I'd rather just go watch Beast Wars again. That show was the shit.
I don't think I ever watched that.
I never got into Beast Wars just because I never liked the premise of it. Because to me, like, the thing that was cool about the Transformers is like, oh, robots are mechanical things. Cars and planes and stuff are mechanical things. And the fact that this mechanical thing can change its parts around to be a robot, like, that seemed really cool. It's like having it be animals just made no sense to me. So, the Dinobots were cool because they were robot dinosaurs. They weren't ever trying to make you think they were real dinosaurs.
Yes. Robot dinosaurs will never not be cool.
There were robots from a robot planet that came to our planet or some planet where there was no robots yet. So they can't hide as robots on a planet when there's no robots. So they had to be animals.
Now they hide as Roombas.
You didn't watch the show. Did you watch the show? Did you actually watch the show? Had some of the best Transformer storylines of all Transformer storylines.
What, Beast Wars?
Okay, my rant's over. Sorry. Shouldn't have got me started on fucking Transformers.
Yeah, I caught it occasionally, but I just never got into it. I think also maybe for me it was just that the early made-for-television CG just didn't, I don't know, look that appealing to me, because I preferred, traditional-looking cartoons. But anyway, have we... did you get through all of the stuff you've done in the past week, Devo?
Yes, I did. It's all you now.
All right, so... Yeah, not a ton to say other than, I continue to work my day job. Tony came over to my place and we recorded a couple of episodes of Escape from Vault Disney for Patreon Request Month. And I don't want to give anything away, but it's the second episode we recorded that day was with me, Tony, Kyle, and Santana. And it was pretty fun. So, they were both pretty fun, but yeah. And then I the other night, we all went to see the new Ninja Turtles movie, Mutant Mayhem, and man, that movie is amazing. It is like, the only other Ninja Turtle movie that like holds a candle to this is probably like the first one from 1990, but man, they just like knocked it out of the park, like story-wise, visually, artistically, comedically. It's so good. And Kyle and I recorded the latest episode of Kyle and Luke Talk About Tunes podcast, which we'll be posting on Sunday, so you can hear us talk about that at length, as well as us talking about the Star Trek Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks crossover episode in live action, which, I also, freaking love so much.
What?
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
There's a crossover with Strange New Worlds and fucking Lower Decks?
Lower Decks, yep.
Yes.
Boimler and
Mariner
appear on Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds?
Yep.
In live action.
I'm just skipping ahead now. Fuck that. That's awesome. I love Lower Decks. And I just started watching Strange New Worlds because, that my favorite's the original series. So that's like awesome.
Yeah, it's a great episode. The crossover it really works well.
Well, I'm excited. And also, like that Ninja Turtle movie better be good because you got my hopes up now.
Oh, it's like, so there's a chart going around on social media showing like the Rotten Tomatoes scores that currently exist for like all 7 of the Ninja Turtles movies, and like all of the ones, the first 6 are basically like around 43% or below, and then the newest one, Mutant Mayhem, is at 97%. Yeah. So it's
my favorite's the third one.
So this is not just a case of Lucas saying he likes something because Luke likes everything. It's like lots of other people, especially Kyle, are saying this is an amazing film that you should see.
And meanwhile, the Meg 2 is at 21%, and I'm sad.
Yeah.
I also saw the Haunted Ranch movie, and I liked it. I thought it was great and fun and stuff, but it seems to me like Disney's setting it up for failure by putting it out the weekend after Barbie and Oppenheimer came out, because like people were still buzzing about those 2 movies, and it just kind of got lost. So, man,
I want to see that Barbie movie.
That one's really good too.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to. I haven't had a chance to yet. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to because I need to see the Meg, and there was something else coming out. The Turtles, and there was something else. Oh, shit, the horror movie with the hand thing. Summon me?
Talk to me.
Talk to me. Thank you. I always forget the name of it. Yeah, so the movies.
Yeah, movies.
And Ian's over there like, what the fuck are these idiots talking about?
Is Ian here? Where's Ian? Hello?
Hi, Ian.
I'm fully aware of what these idiots are talking about. I was just being quiet and nonchalant and waiting my turn until I was supposed to talk about things.
More polite than I am.
Well, I have a reputation to destroy. Uphold. Sorry.
So, Luke, was there more, or is that it for you?
Oh, that's it. Just, right now I am much closer to Insane Ian than I usually am. So, there.
Ah, right. You're for MightyCon, right?
Actually, no. Santana's going to MightyCon. I am in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin.
Oh, right on.
I'm visiting family, and it's my nephew's 7th birthday, and yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
You're around D-Town, baby.
Cool.
D-Town.
So, Ian, what have you been up to?
Who?
You.
What was the name you said?
Yes, Ian.
Me?
Yes.
You've
already talked to everybody else. You're up.
I've been working on the dang Logan Awards, which is why I'm on the episode today to make the announcement of who the finalists are for the Logan Awards. And also, I saw the new Indiana Jones movie finally, and it's really good.
I did too. I really liked it.
I really liked it a lot. A lot of people were like, it's too long. And I'm like, maybe the chases are a little long, but I actually didn't care. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I did my 20,000 subscriber live stream last Saturday. which went really well. And then I just got a copyright claim on it for a music video that was one of my own music videos that itself does not have a copyright claim. So I don't understand that. Yay, YouTube and the copyright algorithms. Nobody knows how they work, and nobody can get them to work right. But beyond that,
it's like using Songcast. It's like, I've submitted all my albums, and then there's a thing where it's like, click here to have all these albums submitted for whatever, so that you can collect royalties on people using your music on their videos. And I'm like, I'm not going to click on that because it's just going to put copyright claims up against my own music videos on my own YouTube page.
Sometimes like CD Baby did that. Like CD Baby would like claim my own songs for me. And I'm like, but no, I tried to whitelist my channel, so it didn't do that. But no, I'm actually got a claim from the company that Cult of Personality is on. And they said, oh, this is Cult of Personality, but it's the slow version. And I went, it's not the slow version, and also it's a parody. It's covered under fair use, should be fine. And they still declined that dispute. So I'm like, well, fine. The live stream I cannot monetize anymore. Hooray. But, whatever. I had a cool live stream. It was like a 2-hour Q&A of people asking questions and cool stuff. And thanks everybody who joined in for that. That was very cool. So I'm almost already at 21,000 subscribers. And
nice.
This was for the 20,000. I think the next landmark I'll memorialize or whatever that I reach is going to be the 50,000. And then I'll be able to get a plaque at some point.
I'll make you a plaque.
Like when you hit 100,000 or whatever. Yeah. So that's about all I've been up to.
All right.
That's a good idea.
So let's get into some music. So Puddle of Blood, give us a quick intro to this song and we'll give it a listen. We're actually going to world premiere the music video for this song.
Well, this is a song about how much I hate that shitty-ass band Dead by 28.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Here is Your Band Sucks band version.
Sucks.
is Devo Spice, and that was the new single from Dead by 28. Or like Tone Deaf by 28. These guys have been around since I was in high school. Back then, I assumed they had a shelf life of 28 or before. You know, it's right there in the name. Now it just seems hella lame. It's a shame that we live in a world where I'll never get to hear a sequel to Smells Like Teen Spirit. But thank the maker, we all get to hear endless new music from Dead by 28. I know I'm looking forward to hearing the next song by the band that wrote I'm Banging Your Girlfriend and Burn Bitch Burn. I mean, what's next? Eating that Taco Bell ass or raping your colostomy bag? Don't these guys have anything better to do than to come up with new reasons for me to shout what the fuck to the stratosphere? It's like they've made it their personal mission to make my life a living hell. And here I thought that was my wife's job. So be on the lookout for Dead by 28, the senior fucking citizen sessions, dropping in 2028. Hashtag sinking ship. They're just the worst. Here I thought I had heard it all when I heard that god-awful mumble rap song praising Elon Musk. But no, Dead by 28 just had to one-up them like Mario. Just da-ding, 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 da-ding. They keep coming and coming and coming, and there's no end in sight. In conclusion, I hate Dead by 28, and I hope they die painfully and go to hell. So there you go. That's how I really feel. Totally.
Dead by 28 isn't here tonight because they're recovering from some wicked burns. Oh,
Devo Spice fucking killing it on this track.
So tell us about this song, Your Band Sucks.
Well, you know, we met Dead by 28 back in the day at B4 Records when we started working with Mikey Clark. And, you know, we didn't really like them very much. So we wrote a song about them. And
so the song is mostly about them.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they liked it. So they decided to do it themselves like 20 years later. So what you going to do? So we're here to represent because we wrote the song. That's not even their song. We wrote the song, but we're letting them like put it out because we're hoping maybe they'll make some money off it, and then we can cash in. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
They couldn't even be in their own video. They had to get old footage of us to put in their video.
Represent. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. Sometimes that's the best thing to do is when people make fun of you, just own it. You know, I mean, I have the Psycho Stick shirt that says Psycho Stick is all her der, which is what somebody wrote on, you know, a forum somewhere, and Psycho Stick was like, that's going on a shirt. And then I saw it, and I was like, that's going on my body. And
so that makes me you like the video with all the like bands in the background, the CD covers?
I did, yes. That was amusing.
So
Copyright's gonna love that shit.
Yeah, that's what we were just wondering. And saying Ian can't even do like a freaking live stream. We tried to used a bunch of bands that we're fucked. But that's okay. We can just like redo the video, just take one album out, put another one in.
Well, the thing is,
music out there.
Yeah.
I don't think the algorithm is going to pick up on the images you used because they were behind you and they were moving. So I don't think the AI is.
That was our plan.
Yeah, we're going to mess with them as much as we can to get away with it. But I'm sure they'll be waiting for us down the line. Somebody is going to complain.
Yeah,
they got their eyes on us. I think the FBI has like a record on Puddle of Blood.
Yeah, anyway, be surprised.
I have a question.
Sure.
What bands do you think suck?
What bands do I think suck? Wait a minute. Give me a minute. Because the thing is, I don't listen to them. Oh, Future, Lil Xan, whole bunch of mumble rappers.
Mumble rappers. I've never even heard of these mumble rappers. I'm not like hip or with it.
All you need to know about Lil Xan is he was interviewed one day, and
they're still doing the little thing.
Yeah, there's so many Lil rappers. It's aggravating.
I'm gonna say little blood.
They were interviewing
little hump.
They were interviewing Lil Xan one day, whose lyrics are literally yeah, you know, literally that's one of his songs.
I like that.
And he was
we should do
talking.
That.
They were talking about like '90s rappers, and somebody brought up Tupac Shakur, and he goes, I don't know, Tupac is just boring music, and I'm like, excuse me, what? I'm like
the most poetic rapper that I've ever heard of, and that's boring.
Love him or hate him. I mean, it's okay to not like the music, but boring? No. And Future I hate mostly because he's the one who started this whole mumble rap trend. Because, and I can't stand listening to him anyway. But he went into the studio high as fuck one day and just mumbled his way through the verse. This is a true story. And the record company was like, sure, let's go with that. And they just used it. And I don't know if they just pushed it a lot or if people thought it was cool or whatever, but it started this whole trend of offbeat mumbling, sometimes auto-tuned, and it's just I can't stand it. So,
Devo Spice hates Future. What about Great Luke Ski? Who do you think suck?
I've been thinking. I'm trying to think of some.
You've been in the music game for so long. There's got to be somebody that you think sucks.
I would think a lot of people sucked.
I was having a conversation the other day because my reputation is that Luke likes everything. Like in my bubble, like when it comes to bands or when it comes to movies or content or entertainment, it's like, oh, Luke likes everything. However, I want to put it forth to the people in our bubble that I think equally we need to have the reputation of Shoebox of Worm Quartet hates everything.
Yes, which is why I have said this repeatedly. I want you and Shoebox to start a movie review podcast because you like everything. He hates everything. You're both freaking comedic geniuses. This is a gold mine of an idea. Do it.
Because he went to see the Haunted Mansion movie and he just posted on Facebook like, this was worse than the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion movie, and I'm like, what? Anyway, so
ring 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 ring. Hello.
It's like I can think of.
He wants to be on the podcast with a movie podcast with the Luke Ski and Shoebox. You think that's an awesome idea? It sounds awesome and fun.
See, I guess this is the best thing I can say because the only bands I can think of that I could say like, oh well, I don't dig them or whatever are bands that may, if they aren't listening to this podcast, there are people who know them that listen to this podcast who might be like, oh, Luke was talking crap about you, and that's
popular bands that you just like, oh, that they fucking annoy me.
What happened to that old school beef, like East Cemetery, West Cemetery? You gotta have a rivalry.
Let me think.
Diss songs. It's all in good fun.
See, I have kind of a weird, like, inverse version of this phenomena where you take a band like Nuclear Bubble Wrap, and everyone in Nuclear Bubble Wrap is brilliant and makes amazing music. But earlier in their careers, they were a bit more about going the direct line from A to B to trying to be funny. And, sometimes they would do song parodies or sometimes they would do originals, but typically they were more about being goofy, funny, silly, wacky, pop culture referencey type of stuff, which is, my jam, generally speaking. And over the years, they have evolved and grown and become such amazing musicians, and all of their albums have become this like higher level form of art to the point where it's like, well, that's kind of not my jam anymore. It's like, and so it's not like Nuclear Bubble. It's not like, oh, it's like you guys have gotten so good that it's not the kind of thing I'm into anymore as much. But I would never say like, oh, they suck or they're bad, because they're not. It's just the opposite. They got way better.
They're really good. They've just kind of sidelined the comedy a bit, and then only like occasionally dabble into.
What about Insane Ian though? Like, I would love to hear from Insane Ian.
Oh, everybody hates Insane Ian.
Very positive.
Everybody hates Insane Ian. I'm everybody's least favorite band.
Yeah, but who do you hate?
Rucka Rucka Ali.
You think Rucka Rucka Ali sucks?
Rucka Rucka Ali sucks, and I don't care who knows. Raka Raka Ali is one of the worst comedy artists ever in the history of fucking ever. Fuck Raka Raka Ali.
I wonder if
I don't even know who Raka Raka Ali is now.
I think I'm trying to think if I've ever played anything by him on Manic Mondays, and I think I have.
Doesn't really sound like a name I want to care about, anyways.
Okay, yeah, I played one song by him in 2015 about Trump. That was it. I don't even remember.
Oh, sweet.
It's safe to say I'm not a fan.
Apparently,
it's safe to say. I like that answer. It's like he was sitting there waiting. It's pretty like, oh, I hope he asked me.
I mean, I had to think about it at first, but yeah. I mean, what's really funny is I was on MC Lars's podcast a while ago, a couple years ago, and in the edit of the interview, both of our microphones had bad audio issues, so there was popping and stuff throughout the thing, so he had to trim stuff out, and he trimmed out the question of who my least favorite artist is or something along those lines, so it just sounds like I brought up Raka Raka Ali on my own, but he actually prompted me about Raka Raka Ali, so I sound like I'm really vindictive in that interview, as opposed to now when I actually am being really vindictive.
And where can we find that interview?
On MC Lars podcast. Just do a search for MC Lars podcast.
Just out of nowhere. Fucking Raka Ali sucks. Like, what the hell? Where did that come from?
That interview is great, but it's also all over the place because of the way he had to edit it. But I think his podcast is still up somewhere. But
yeah, it's still around. I don't think he's doing new episodes anymore. But
he hasn't done a new episode for a while because he's been doing Hatchet Chat instead, and also doing a lot of blockchain things.
Yeah. Luke, Mike Bali in the chat says he's telling Jace on you. So
that reminds me, Luke.
Yes, go tell Jace how I talked about how he's a great musician who transcends mere comedy music into a higher art form. Run and tell him I said that.
I got me a question for the great Luke Ski.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw your album cover recently that looks like a Joker's card, ICP style. Like, didn't you get in trouble about that? Because they're fucking, like, they seem like the kind of people that would just be like, yo, man, I don't like him using my kind of pictures.
That's kind of the exact opposite of how ICP is about a lot of stuff, honestly.
Yeah. So I put out that album in 1999, which was, after The Great Malenko came out, and that was my first introduction to ICP.
Did I ever tell you... Sorry, really quick. Did I ever tell you I almost did a parody of The Great Malenko called The Great Demento?
Oh, no, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
Great Demento.
So shortly after hearing Malenko, I got Riddlebox. So those were kind of the main two in my mind. And I got the idea, when I wanted to launch my third album, which I wanted to, kind of be a significant step up in quality in every level for me. And I got the idea to make my album cover be a parody of the Joker's Cards albums. So I kind of made a Joker's card that looks like, my head with the orange and green colors and stuff like that. And one of the tracks on the album is a parody of the track from The Great Malenko called House of Horror about the Rocky Horror Picture Show called Rocky Horror. So, that track being on the album is kind of the justification for making it look like a Joker's Card album. And they were doing an in-store meet and greet when the Jekyll Brothers, album came out. And I, went to it and, waited in line, and I was able to give Violent J a copy of my album and stuff. And it like some, time later, like, a few months later, I heard secondhand from somebody that, like, Violent J was somewhere saying, like, we got this album where this guy's like making fun of us and shit. It's really awesome, so as far as I know, they were digging what I did. So, and now finally that album is up on Spotify, and I can't help but wonder if what random, new juggalos are going to think if they happen to discover that album and that track, and, because back in the early days of the internet, every so often I would just get like a random message on MySpace from somebody like, you mess with ICP, I'm going to give you the head shit. I'm like, just calm down, dude. It's
They are kind of like that.
I am thoroughly a juggalo, sir.
I like Mikey Clark.
Yeah.
That's a cool
also
freaking shirt
Vampiro
design.
and Mikey Clark. Anyone else we forgot? Fuck you, it's like 4 a.m. Anyway. That's another thing. I re-listened to Patton Oswalt and his wife Meredith Salinger had a podcast that happened for a year from 2021 to 2022 called Did You Get My Text? And at one point there's an episode, I think the title of the episode is Juggalo Apocalypse, but in it he talks about how like he feels bad because when ICP first came out, like everyone was just making fun of them and he kind of jumped on that bandwagon, but then later he learned more about the band and the group and their ethos and how they actually, care about their fan base and things like, they shut down the gathering of the Juggalos, because of COVID, because they don't want their fans to get sick, and just how, they're like, a way, like that anyone who's doing that kind of knee-jerk making fun of them thing is, just like following a stupid old trend that, and they really don't know anything about the group. So it was just cool to hear Patton Oswalt, one of my favorite comedians, like break down ICP and how great they are for all the positive things they do.
That's kind of crazy. I didn't know that. I got to look into that. But anyways, does everybody have a favorite Faygo flavor then?
I like that cotton candy one. I think it's blue colored, but it's like cotton candy flavored. I think I may be remembering wrong.
Yes, it is. Yeah. We're from Michigan, so I take Faygo for granted. And so I find it interesting to ask people from other places if they know about Faygo.
I've never had it. I've heard of it.
I haven't had any Faygo, and I can't have any anymore because my body doesn't allow me to drink soda anymore, which is a super fun thing.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
Old.
No Juggalo juice for you.
No Juggalo juice. That's sad.
No, you know what? If they had a flavor called Juggalo juice, I might make the exception just to say that I tried it.
I'm surprised they haven't done that.
Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity.
That could be for the 25,000 listener or 25,000 subscriber point will be a live stream where you get every flavor of Faygo just lined up in front of you, and you just take a sip of each of them and give your instant review so that you can.
And then at the end of the live stream, I'll die.
And then that will make your subscribers go up to 30,000.
Hooray!
Well,
and then we can totally
come to your
prop up your corpse Weekend at Bernie's style for the 30,000 live stream.
Oh, perfect! Just have me doing the Bernie shuffle the whole time. Hooray!
That's pretty good. Devo, ever have Faygo?
I've never had Faygo. Nope.
No, see, you're missing out. My favorite's Red Pop. I'm old school.
So, are the Puddle of Blood albums available online anywhere?
No, we only had the one, and Dead by 28 took like all the songs, and now they're putting it out for us because we don't have like our own. Like, we're not going to start our own fucking record label when we only got one fucking album. So we're like, fine, sure, like fucking redo a couple songs, put out some remixes, do just fucking put something fun together, and that'll be good. And then there's even like an extended version on Bandcamp. You get like 9 extra songs, I think. There's some more remixes and shit like that. Yeah, tomorrow it comes out. So like, and that's on Bandcamp. And that's Friday where it's like cheaper or some shit, right? No. You know what I'm saying? No,
it's not cheaper, but the artist gets all the money.
We get all the money.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Nobody
gets to take money on Friday.
I like money.
I do too.
Everywhere else, it'll be available on August 11th. We're calling it the Puddle of Blood Experiment. We've taken the best tracks from Puddle of Blood's discography, and we've remastered them. We did a couple of upgrades. We added some new skits. We also used some unreleased material that we never put out from way back then. So we tried to wrap it up into a fun little experience. It's got 15 songs on the normal version, and the Bandcamp version has 9 songs, most of which are copyright issues, so we couldn't release them any other which way. So it's the only way you'll be able to hear those songs, and we're going to put that out tomorrow for Bandcamp Friday, but where else? August 11th.
Know what I'm saying?
And what will the link be for that?
Dead by 28 Bandcamp?
Sounds about right. Go to Bandcamp and type in Dead by 28.
Can't you just Google Dead by 28 Bandcamp?
We have to do everything for everybody.
Dead by 28 Bandcamp 666. That'll probably do it.
Give you the. Oh gosh.
Yeah, because we actually have to go.
Okay.
It's been great. I mean, I've always wanted to meet the legendary Devo Spice, and we're on here with the group of the kings of comedy music. So we were not expecting to have Insane Ian as well. We get the great Luke Ski and Devo Spice. We got Devo Spice on Your Band Sucks. He told Dead by 28 exactly what he thought, and for that, we appreciate him more than anybody.
I thought that was hilarious. Fucking burn them like shit. On their own track, even.
I do what I can. All right, well, thank you for joining us, guys.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
What we do in the shadows is coming on, so we got to get the fuck out of here. Have fun. It was great seeing y'all. We hope you listen to the album. And Ian, if you decide to watch the video, closed captions are on there just for you.
I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Peace.
This is the FuMP.
I'm the roughness, toughness, grumpiest, and when the dang long-eared galoot acts up, I've had enough of this bladder splatting, rising, pat, hat, and all that, and my red mustache and beard, all of this gruffiness. I reckon y'all better keep back to the plan.
It's candid camera, let's scream and smile. You see it all on VHS. Aliens are bladed, and they're a little hostile. You see it all on VHS.
Need all of my hostess cakes, them Twinkies, ding dong zebras. These ho-hos only like me for one reason, and that's because
I got snacks, Reese's Pieces.
That's the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. TheFUMP.com.
Feel like I'm gonna puke, cause the timeline is screwed. Do I fix all this now, or wait till season 2? There's a hell of a ride, but the purpose is glorious.
Multiverse. Fight.
Time for funny music news. Something.
In the news, just a reminder, my sale is going on now through August 8th. Until then, use the coupon code TAXFUND to save 20% off all the items in the Devo Spice store. Go to store.devospice.com or just go to devospice.com and click on the little store button. Goes to the same place. And use the coupon code TAXFUND. I drafted my response to the IRS, and it looks like I may only owe them $5,000 instead of $9,000. So that's good, but it's still $5,000 more than I have. So, yeah. All right, FuMPFest news. We have the rest of the artists to announce, although we've already teased them on this show. We have the great Luke Ski. Woo.
It's me, the great Luke Ski.
Insane Ian. Woo.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's the person right here who was also going to be there. No, I'm hosting and also performing. Hooray!
Steve Goody. Yay!
Yay!
And Ross Childs is the last act performing.
Yay!
And the FuMPFest 2021 compilation is still available in the store at FuMPFest.com. Get it from FuMPFest.com, not the FuMP.com, because the FuMP.com checkout, form is disabled
different
at the moment. So the FuMPFest just uses the PayPal, so you can do that. Even if you don't have a PayPal account, you can use your credit card. It's fine.
Yep.
The FuMP July newsletter went out late. Sorry. It's been a week, as I said.
It went out yesterday, and if you didn't read it, had all of the FuMPFest announcements you just heard.
Yep, basically. You can view it online at tiny.cc/FuMP0723 for July of 2023. tiny.cc/FuMP0723. Last weekend was Dr. Demento's top 10 countdown for July, and the FuMP actually had 4 tracks on it. So, number 10, coming in at number 10, It's Hot as Balls Outside by Cirque du So What. Coming in at number 6, Brush Your Teeth and Go to Sleep by Knuckleheads off the FuMP Volume 99, now available in the store. Coming in at number 4, Weird Al Is My Hero and So Is Daniel Radcliffe by Steve Goody. And coming in at number 2, also off of the FuMP Volume 99, Yo Sam by Devo Spice. I missed number 1 just because Barbie Girl, and I was up against Barbie. I don't think I can beat Barbie. So, Barbie. It's fine. It's fine. I can be number 2 to Barbie.
I went to the Dr. Demento Facebook group to request the epic rap battles of history, J. Robert Oppenheimer versus Thanos, just so that there could be an Oppenheimer song on the show as well. Which I doubt he'll play, but whatever. At least I've made the effort. I also requested Turtle Power and the Haunted Mansion song by MC Lars and Schaefer the Dark Lord, No Windows, No Doors. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Ian?
One more news thing before we get to the Logan Awards. You're not just having a 20% off sale. Apparently, my spread shop is having a 20% off sale as well. Anything at insaneian.myspreadshop.com is 20% off. Just click the redeem code at the top of the page, and you get 20% off your order. That's going until Monday the 7th.
All right, cool.
But I'm assuming you're Ianing because it's time to make the announcements of the things.
It is.
Okay. Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen and everythays, it is time to make the announcements for the 2023 Logan Whitehurst Memorial Awards for Excellence in Comedy Music. We have to, before we do that, I need to thank our 6 jurors this year who tirelessly went through for an entire month and combed through all the open nominations that they were given. This includes Beth Kinderman, Austin Ashelman, the great Luke Ski, Kendra Shepard, Andy Hopp, and Larda Souza. Thank you all for all your efforts this past month. And now, in the category of Outstanding Original Comedy Song, the nominees are Nerf Herder with Born Weird, Philip Labes with Give Up, Tom Cardy with Hey, I Don't Work Here, Wolves of Glendale with Olivia, and Worm Quartet with Brandon.
Woo! Excellent. 2 songs on that list I've never heard, so I'm going to have to listen to that.
Which 2?
The ones I don't remember.
Phil Labes, Give Up, and Wolves of Glendale, Olivia?
Yeah, that would be them.
I haven't heard Phil Labes, and I'm going to do a reaction to that. I'm going to do a reaction to 3 songs from the nominees, 1 in each category that I'm not familiar with. That'll be my video next week. But Wolves of Glendale, Olivia is fantastic. I reacted to that a year ago, and that's a great song. In the Outstanding Parody Song category, we have Daniel Thrasher with How Lin-Manuel Miranda Orders a Pizza. We have Devo Spice with Still Quarantined.
All right.
We have Jeff Whitmire with Cenobite.
Nice.
Steve Goody with the Harry Potter Bathroom Saga. And Whitney Avalon with Gaston, the Ahsoka Mandalorian style.
Excellent.
And finally, in Outstanding Comedy Music Video, the nominees are Jazz Emu with Still Waiting, Ninja Sex Party with Dragon Slayer, the Level Up version, Random Encounters with the Pikachu song, The Stupendium with The Toy Box, and Tom Cardy featuring Montaigne with Red Flags.
That is such a great song.
It is. It really is. We have a stacked bunch of categories here. The Logan Awards will be held on the Saturday of FuMPFest. That is October 7th. I believe at, what time is it during the day?
Let me check.
It's like 4 or 6, I think.
I think it's 4. But the schedule is actually up on the website. I didn't bother hiding it or anything. It's just in progress. So Saturday, Logan Awards at 4:00 on Saturday.
Yeah, so the Logan Awards are Saturday, October 7th at FuMPFest at Con on the Cob. They will also be broadcast on Twitch. Yes, on
Probably.
Yeah,
yeah. Twitch should be fine. It was YouTube we kept getting taken.
It was
taken
YouTube
down
we
off
kept
of.
getting dinged for.
Yeah.
So, but that's also because we had songs from Netflix. So, but yes, I'm going to be reacting to Philip Labes' "Give Up," Whitney Avalon's "Gaston," and Random Encounters' "The Pikachu Song" on my Comedy Musician Reacts show next Friday. Not tomorrow, but the Friday following. Because they are songs from the nominations that I am not familiar with. Most of these other ones I have heard, so those three I'm not familiar with. Looking to be a very interesting awards show this year. I will say I'm surprised Now You Know from Weird Al did not make it through.
I am too, actually. There was one that I submitted when I made my nomination, so yeah.
Can I offer my thought?
Go ahead.
I mean, it is a great song, but in my opinion, that song, like, if you said to somebody, who had never seen the, Weird Al Yankovic story, like, hey, listen to this Weird Al song, they wouldn't get any of the jokes. And also, some of the jokes literally have to do with the credits that are rolling up the screen at the end.
Yeah,
so,
and I admit it's very contextually funny.
Yeah.
So I understand that might have been every juror's opinion on that. I think it did get one or two nominations from the jurors, but not enough. And for those of you keeping track as to how Susan Lucci over here is doing, you'll notice my name has not been mentioned this year. It was down to two different nominees in the parody song category, between somebody else and me as far as the number of votes. And I decided to let the other person get it because I'm not performing a 10-minute song long medley just for me to lose. So,
damn it, Ian! My
no,
plans are foiled.
Yes, the nomination. The only thing I released last year that was eligible was the fifth video game medley that I performed for MarsCon. And also the music video for Hard Out Here for a Temp. But did not get enough votes. Oh, darn. Susan Lucci another year. I'm the chairman. It'd be weird if I won one. So
someday.
And not one person submitted the seminal classic Mary Berry Luke Ski from 2022.
No. Sadly, that one did not get any nominations during the open nominations. I'm sorry. It's just as well you were a juror, so you couldn't have voted for it anyway. But yes, seriously, thank you everybody who was on the jury this year. I do not envy you for all the stuff that you had to go through, in that you had a lot of great things to choose from. And making decisions is hard, and I hate it, and that's why I have a jury to do it. But yes, anyway, those are the nominees. I will be posting this onto the FuMP social medias. I will be posting it in the Logan Awards Facebook group, and of course on the Logan Awards website, where you can get all of the details about that thing there and that stuff. Hooray!
Will you be dropping an email to Dr. D, letting him know which ones?
Of course, I will. When I write up the press release version of it to post on various things, I will send that to Dr. D, and of course I will also be contacting all of the nominees. So, hooray.
All right.
I'd also like to point out that when I submitted my things, like, the five, weren't ranked, but I did specifically put Epic Video Game Medley 5 first in my parody list, just to make sure it's like,
Well, also because it had the longest title and you didn't want to be tired from writing. The title itself is 10 minutes long.
Yes. Well, thank you for all of your hard work, Ian.
Yes.
Myself and Devo and all the fans really appreciate it.
Absolutely, and I'm looking forward to putting the ceremony together.
Sure you are.
I actually am. I have a lot of fun doing it. I was really mad the first year that I got it, that I had freaking gallbladder removed, so I couldn't do the ceremony. That may not have been the first year I was running as the chairperson, but it was one of the first years.
Yeah.
Carrie did a pretty darn good job filling in for you and performing the material you wrote.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I made sure that she visited me in the hospital, and I gave her all the notes and everything of what to do. I wish I had remembered to at least write down the lyrics for Bone Cage's song for you to perform. Whoopsie. Oh well. But anyway, yes. Hooray,
right.
Logan Awards.
Yay, Logan Awards. All right, tour dates, because we're still in the news. On Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goody hosting at the Bluebird. On Mondays online, Steve Goody and Brad Tassel at virtualcomedyshow.com. The 3rd through the 6th in Indianapolis, Indiana, Mikey Mason. That would be Gen Con. The 3rd through the... Oh, yeah, that's right. The 3rd through the 27th in Edinburgh, Scotland, Steve Goody and Brad Tassel. On the 4th in Sacramento, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction.
Woo!
On the 5th in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, Carla Ulbrich. On the 10th and 11th in Las Vegas, Nevada, Bolognium. The 11th through 12th in Alameda, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction.
Whoa!
On the 12th in went through this once before. Metairie, Louisiana, the Consortium of Genius, COG. And on the 12th in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, Carla Ulbrich. All right. Birthdays coming up on the 6th, Jeff Smith from Raymond and Scum. And on the 7th, Dark NES of the Gothsicles. Happy birthday, guys. All right. We got a song from Dino-Mike, who I finally heard back. He was not able to make it tonight, so we will just talk about him behind his back. It's fine. All right, so here is Dino-Mike with his cover of the Tom Lehrer classic, Oedipus Rex.
From the Bible to the popular song, there's one theme that we find right along. Of all ideals they hail as good, the most sublime is motherhood. There was a man, though, as it seems, who once carried this ideal to extremes. He loved his mother and she loved him, and yet his story is rather grim. There once lived a man named Oedipus Rex. You may have heard about his odd complex. His name appears in Freud's index 'cause he loved his mother. His rivals used to say quite a bit that as a monarch he was most unfit, but still in all they had to admit that he loved his mother. Yes, he loved his mother like no other. His daughter was his sister and his son was his brother. One thing on which you can depend is he sure knew who a boy's best friend is. When he found what he had done, he tore his eyes out one by one. A tragic end to a loyal son who loved his mother. So be sweet and kind to mother now and then, have a chat. Buy her candy or some flowers or a brand new hat. But maybe you had better let it go at that, or you might find yourself with a quite complex and you may end up like Oedipus. I'd rather marry a duck-billed platypus than end up like old Oedipus Rex.
That is from the forthcoming FuMP Tom Lehrer tribute album, which we were hoping to have done in time to release it at FuMPFest. I should probably get on that.
Yeah, perhaps, maybe.
Yeah, like I could use a deadline because that's kind of the only way I can organize my thoughts and get things finished.
All right, August 31st. How about that?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too soon. Ah!
Yeah, I'll look at the dates and work backwards, but I think August 31st is probably going to be about right.
Makes sense.
All right. Also, speaking of Oedipus Rex, for the longest time I did not get the Oedipus Rex joke in History of the World Part 1. And it was only because I didn't understand what the beggar was saying. Because he doesn't say give to Oedipus, he goes give to Oedipus, and I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? Like, I don't get it. And then Josephus comes by and goes, "Hey, motherfucker!" And years later, I'm like, "Oh, he's saying Oedipus." Oh, okay. So anyway,
I also love the fact
the late realization.
Yes.
I also love the fact that they worked a reference to Oedipus into the Disney Hercules movie.
I've never seen that for some reason. It's one that missed me by.
Hercules and Megara have like basically gone on a date of some kind, and they're kind of they went to see a play, and he's just commenting on the things they did that evening, and he just goes, "And that play Oedipus, man, I thought I had issues or something." It's like, wow, really? Okay.
All right. Let's do some feedback.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. Feedback. You know that segment of the show we do about now? Feedback. Feedback.
Alvarant wrote, "Sorry to hear about what happened to the website. I had a similar problem at an old job. We wound up requiring people to sign up in order to buy anything and did the check for non-standard characters in the name field. That seems to have stopped the problem." Yeah, my form actually requires you to put in a name, but it for some reason the name never gets stored in the database, like when the transaction goes through. So I don't understand what's happening there. And also, as I said earlier, I disabled the form completely and I'm still getting charges. So it's going to be an ongoing thing. So anyway, that's all the feedback we got. So
teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. Now you have a job.
Yeah. All right, tomorrow's song is by some guy by the name of the Great Luke Ski.
What? Me?
You. And
might there be other people on this track?
There might be other people.
There
on
might
this track.
possibly be.
Perhaps.
So we'll see you both next week, is what we're saying.
Perhaps. That's certainly going to be a pleasure, Stu.
I didn't have it in my chat. I would have done it otherwise.
Oh, sorry. All right. We're going to have a special bonus Sunday slot by the Suffolk and Good Players. And Tuesday song is not yet posted.
Tuesday song is not yet posted.
Yep. But he's in the chat, so maybe he can tell me if it'll be ready or not. All righty. Who the hell was on this show? Dead by 28, a.k.a. Puddle of Blood, can be found on Bandcamp. You have to search for it, apparently. It's deadby28.bandcamp.com, I believe. Dino-Mike is at dino-mike.com, or at least he used to be. Let's see. No, 403 Forbidden. All right. Don't know where he is either. You're just gonna have to Google people. It's fine. Google works.
Google all the people.
Google all the people. Now, I need a topic for next week's Spotify playlist. Do we have?
How about Logan Award nominees?
I can do that. Logan nominees. Do you have the list posted somewhere yet?
No, not yet, but it will be shortly.
Okay.
It'll be up on the website and the FuMP Twitter and Facebook and the Logan Facebook page by the end of this evening.
Okay, cool. So I will do it later tonight then.
Cool. I can also just send you the Google Doc I have that has the finalists in it.
Why don't you do that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
So you're not waiting all night.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still have 45 minutes of that Transformers movie to watch, so I could do that too. All right, let's get
You're
out of
about
here.
to get to the part where all of the Maximals remember, oh yeah, we can transform into robots too.
I think I saw that. I think that just happened in the part. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice.
I'm Luke Ski. Look, there's Ian.
Hey, it's Ian. It's me. I'm Ian.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of FIDM Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Shout it to random people on the street. And be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
Well, there's egg and bacon, egg, sausage and bacon, egg and spam, egg, bacon and spam, spam, bacon, sausage and spam. Shut up!
And Mike Bolly in the chat says his new 2 Sleep song will be ready by Tuesday. So there. All right.